off camera.
Look,
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
do everything for content, okay?
It's content.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
As
Hi.
Helen will do anything for content, apparently.
Okay.
Hello, Ice.
Ice, great
You're looking.
shirt.
Thank
You're
you.
really good.
You're
look
looking very
snap.
cute.
There you go. I did it on camera. Are you happy?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I am. Thank you.
Great. God.
Oh, God. I switched back when you started the sentence, and I wasn't sure if I actually should say something or not.
What sentence? Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 19 of Dicey Mayhem. As you can see, we currently do have a Gus, though sadly not on screen.
I was gonna say, is it
Ah,
because of the cookies with Video Ninja, or
I'm not on screen. Sad.
Apparently, you're not on my screen.
Oh.
no one Dice
Other-
Mayhem?
Can people see
I
me?
also don't see Matty, by the way.
Oh yeah, my camera's off.
Okay.
Mhm.
I also don't see Danny.
His camera's off.
He said
Okay,
be right
cool.
back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Perfect.
people, the others can see me, right? Hello.
We
However-
are here.
We are here, though we do miss Foing tonight. Yes. Well, apparently Matty starts crying.
I miss him so much.
Damn it. I have no clue what I wanted to say as my intro.
Oh, good.
I
Let's go.
am literally currently on an improv basis. I've been preparing for this week because
Oh.
I've got a busy week.
Oh.
And Foing's not here to do the recap, so this is going to be fun. Brandon, could you do the recap, please?
Okay. So, last we left off, we were traveling southward by boats given to us by a ally that we helped destroy a haunted house. Traveling south, we got ourselves into a little pickle, i.e., getting trapped in an illusion until we found our way outside this illusion, which was the case of a fake waterfall. Once we left this illusion, we came across another ally by the name of Grimrow, who assisted us for most of the journey. He gave us a little bit of lore on the surrounding area and on the mist itself. When we got beached by a storm, and being the ever so quick thinking but not quite smart, we enlarged Grimrow to pull us to shore by a boat, but destroying the boat in the process. And once we made shore, we were attacked by two underwater undead beings, which, when Valeria struck one with holy magic, it blew up, which led to Kaim doing a similar thing, but right up close alongside most of the group, at least most of them going down or being close to being down. And that is where we come back to.
And as you are standing amidst the swampy edge of the lake, two blown up, drowned undead creatures, a bag of holding open, and Grimrow being pulled in. As you look, a strange feature within the bag has his mouth being open, way too large, way too wide, with pointed and edged teeth, two icy blue eyes, and streaks of black hair look upon you it pulls back into the darkness as you see the visage of Grimro disappear into it.
I am Ardero. I would like to jump into the bag and try to find Grimro.
Solo one shot. Let's go.
You actually okay?
That's what he said to do. That's what he said he wanted.
Didn't you? Oh,
And as you all look, you see Ardero widening the bag as he takes a leap and jumps into it. The bag shrinks and zips and falls to the floor.
Somebody killed Ardero in like 5 seconds.
I'm going
Ugh.
to read to you the specifics of a bag of holding.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
No,
Hello.
That's what he said. That's what
I
he said
know.
He wanted. He said he wanted this.
He said that he was. No, he said he was going to discuss with Ice, and that would be the way that he wouldn't be here this week.
I would have suggested to Ice that Ardero would have jumped into the bag of holding, trying to see if he can find Grimro.
And Floying did suggest
Okay.
that.
He did suggest that. If he didn't want it, we can wreck on it. Look, I'm just going off the man's wishes.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of
Mhm.
creatures, minimum 1, after which time they begin to suffocate.
Okay, as soon as he feels
Okay.
his lungs beginning to not be able to take in any more air, he would like to climb out of the bag.
Here's the thing.
No. I
He
poor
can't.
man.
The bag
Don't
is
do
an
this to me.
alternate
Can't.
is an alternate
Mm-mm.
dimension.
Yeah. Yep.
He's not
Yeah.
able to climb out
I-
himself.
Okay. Does Ceres know? Would Ceres know that by turning the bag of holding inside out, you empty it?
You know how a bag of holding works. Yes. You as the
Okay,
artificer,
well,
you know.
And would I also know that he's suffocating to death in there?
Yes, you would know.
I'm going to go, what the damn hell? And turn the bag of holding inside out.
Okay, I'm going to need to see what was in the bag of holding.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, we'll
Because,
put it all we'll
um,
put it all back in, guys. It's fine. We'll put it back in. It's all good.
Let's see. Whenever you turn it, well, let's if the bag is turned inside, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Okay. Party inventory, bag of holding. Oh gods. Okay. As you turn the bag over, you see Ardero fall out, gasping for air, as well as a bedroll. A box of salt that's about that big that falls onto Ardero. A climber's
Uh-oh.
kit with some pythons that just stick to the side of him into the ground. Or pittons, not pythons, pittons.
Yeah, no pythons, please. No, thank you.
A handheld mirror, as well as 150 foot of rope that just scrolls out. The gem-like horn that you got from the Sapphire Dragon
Oh yeah.
at the start of
Remember
the campaign. A set of manacles, a mess kit, 3 potions of healing just clank to the floor, as well as a few rations. The royal decree that actually tells you that you are officially an adventuring band. The deed to the ownership of the castle, as well as the sending stone that you tried
my
to
God, what a castle.
contact Palanthus with. Oh gods. Could Ardero roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Uh-huh.
Because deep down in the bag, forgotten by most, was a tent spike.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. As you hear a whistling sound, and suddenly a piercing sensation runs through Ardero as he's being impaled by this tent spike that sticks out about a foot out of his chest. He
Oh,
takes
God.
he takes 5 points of piercing damage
Okay.
as a traveling chess set falls out with all the pieces just that's grown around him.
Oh, not
A
the
water
chest.
skin, the flower that he was carrying with, as the pot breaks on impact.
Oh no.
And as soon as the last things fall out, you can see
Chicken
this.
feathers.
You can see this bag that falls out, like specifically directly on the tent spike as it explodes in a puff of flour that covers Adara's entire
No.
body.
God.
And then feathers.
Yeah,
Right.
tar and feathers. Well, I don't know what you expected to happen climbing in there, Ardero. That was a really stupid thing to do. Okay, I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on Ardero.
Yeah, I pulled a spike. I pulled a spike out of his chest.
Okay.
Just imagining like Time got
Gently, right?
put on his ribs and he's just trying to yank the spike out.
I'm trying to see if I have any charges left in my
Like-
wand. I don't believe that I do.
I can. Do I have any spells left to do? Your ones need be. I do. I can also do heal wounds if you can't. Cure wounds even.
Cure Wounds, yeah. How many spell slots do you have?
That's meta, Helen. We bad girl.
Oh. How strong do you think you can cure somebody's wounds? Like all the way, or like a little bit of the way, or about half of the way?
I mean, I'm obviously not a fantastic healer like yourself, but,
Right, okay.
but
Yeah.
I could probably do it at least twice if need be.
No, that's it. I'll do it. I'll do
And
it.
at most
it was
twice
my
if
fault.
need be.
At most twice. I'll cast Cure Wounds on second level at Ardero.
Okay.
At Ardero, on Ardero.
Here, take healing damage.
Take it. Filthy boy. Okay. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
damn.
Good heals.
Oh,
Good heals. All right, cool. And then I think my health is still pretty low somehow. So I will also cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Sirius, come here.
Yes.
Yeah, try it on me. I want to see what it's like.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna reach out and I'll cast Cure Wounds on Valeria. So the little medic bots will start rolling over her, doing the little stitches.
Mhm.
Got the little hats, little masks on. You know, all the fun.
Oh, my.
Let's
roll out.
Mm-mm. Wow,
Oh,
this
God,
is
what would it
really
be? Is it
different to how I do it.
control,
Very
or
cool.
is it
It's left
shift
off.
click?
It's alt
left
to
off,
target
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a MacBook. Is it option? Yeah, probably,
Yeah,
right?
option. Yeah, it's option.
There we go. Good. Okay. And cast a spell. Boop, 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 boop. It's going very slow. So how's everybody's weekend been? Doing well.
Well, not in another country, so less good than yours.
Cure Wounds.
I am in another country, but
Hmm.
Okay.
Not a different country to you, just a different country to me.
yeah.
Mhm.
God, so many buttons. There we go.
Okay, well, that was a really good try. I think next time you have to really channel the feeling of wanting to help somebody and think about their overall vitality, and we'll just work on it, okay? But thank you. I feel better than I
Look,
did
don't-
before.
Take it up. These are perfectly trained bots, Valeria. Quite okay. Come on, guys. Get back in here. Don't listen to her. It's okay.
I mean, it's all well and good healing each other, but I mean, I do not see a Grimro.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he didn't come out the
Ardero,
bag.
what
Or
did you see in the
thing that-
bag? Oh, I saw nothing in the bag. He's French now.
I'm going to hold him to that.
Ardero doesn't speak like this. It's an imposter.
It's now canon that Ardero is French.
What did Ardero see in the bag? Didn't see Grimro.
Honestly, no Grimro and no creature that was in it. Just
Okay.
the stuff that you were carrying with you.
But we saw some black hair and some bright blue eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Can I do a check of some sort to know if I've heard of anything that would do that to the bag of holding? Would I know? Anything
Make
like that related to the bag of holding?
history check with wisdom.
Ooh, okay. History check with wisdom, do a wisdom check. Oh, I'm not very wise. Well, here we go.
You start to think, and you recall an old story. More of a story to frighten children that became or was studying to become artificers like yourself.
Mhm.
There's this thing called the Bagman. Basically, people who have either hidden themselves within a bag of holding or trying to escape certain death by hiding within a bag and finding themselves to be lost, eventually perishing within. So the alternate dimensions change their physical form and their ability to ever escape a bag of holding. It is also said that if you carry a bag, the bagman will come.
Guys, I've got bad news. We got
What?
ourselves a cursed bag, y'all.
Oh
Okay.
no. So,
Yeah.
can we put
Ever
stuff back in the
heard?
bag?
Yeah. I turn it back inside the right way.
Okay. It takes you a while. It's quite difficult to do.
Have we ever heard of what?
The bag man.
Bagman.
Sounds like a child's tale. One that would
It's meant to be.
to scare the little ones.
Oh, I think we just saw one.
So it lives in the bag? What is it?
As far as I know, it sort of, lives in the bag, can't really escape the bag properly. Just comes
Or
out
it
to be
can draw
spooky and
people
shit.
in.
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh.
fact that it hasn't happened when we got this means that I guess it only picks when it sees an opening.
Or maybe the bag's
Grimo...
been affected
Yeah, maybe it's a
by
curse
being
on
here.
it? Yeah.
Hmm.
Did Grimo climb in looking for pie, just to clarify? Or was he sucked in?
No, he was pulled in, I think.
Hmm.
Do we still have the pie?
Priorities.
Piracy.
Do we still have the pie, Ice?
Yeah, you do. It's somewhere in one of the boxes that you.
I want to see what this craze is all about.
Okay.
Well, we put everything in the bag, and then I guess I turned to look at the boat. What's the condition of the boat?
When you look at the boat, you can see that some of the wooden planks that the boat is made with are completely shattered outwards, as well as some pieces are missing. Like there's a hole that someone who was about 6'4" and twice the size went through.
I don't think you can buff this out, could you, Cirrus?
Yeah, what you've got right there is a busted boat.
Okay, I guess from now on we have to
We're walking.
march. Yeah.
Didn't we see or hear something nearby at the end of last time?
I don't know
I
what you're
thought
talking
we
about.
did.
Where did we
Yes.
wash up?
Did I remember it wrong?
You and I'll show you.
Whoa.
You washed up there.
Yeah.
It's about 4 days away from Fargate, if I'm correct.
And when we washed up, I'm sure that when we washed up, we were like hearing or seeing something in the forest or behind the forest. No?
there's shapes
Yeah,
within the
okay.
mists that are going through the forest. The last thing you did see was red eyes out in the distance with an eerie smile.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
What time
I
of
was-
day is it? Is it dark or not?
No, it's afternoon.
Okay.
How's everyone feeling?
I am feeling quite okay.
Feeling all right?
I'm just pretty sick of being here and being on this boat, and I just want to find the Vistani and go.
Well, the
Everything's
good news is you
taking-
don't have to go back on the boat.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Now we have to walk for 4 days.
Well, I mean, that's all depends if we catch up with them.
Hmm.
Edgar, could you summon a beast like a horse or something? Or an ox that could pull us along?
I could try to.
We don't have a cart, Valeria.
Or someone could go on it. We could make a cart from the ship. I don't know how these things work.
Could I make a cart from the ship? Now, there's an interesting possibility. Hang on, let me... One moment, please. How long does enlarge last again?
8 hours.
If you enlarge the horse, we've got a huge horse. We can all get on the horse.
And large is 1 hour.
Okay,
Wow.
it's still a fair amount.
I believe it's 1
okay.
hour. Either it's 10 minutes. It's one of the two.
Enlarge, null dimension. It's only a minute, actually.
Oh,
No way. Surely not. For the duration, is either a...
yeah,
success.
1 minute.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
look, dude.
So that's not the option. I'm not making Rev gigantic and we can all ride him into the horizon. Okay, that's fine.
I think whatever we
Ooh.
have left, whatever magical energy we have left, we leave it until absolutely necessary.
Okay.
So, though it's a quick choice to get Edgar to summon the creature, it might not be what it turns out to be. So,
Mhm.
for now, we just march on forward.
Yeah, you can get on the road and just sort of follow it. No, it's only in a... No. Yes. No. Yeah, we get back to the road. Follow the road.
Okay.
I think that probably makes sense, right, guys?
Yeah.
Right,
just
Adara?
walk it.
We just
Our
need to keep
leader.
moving, I think.
Right.
And as you start packing your equipment, the things you want to take with you, what are you going to do about rations that you were granted?
Put them in the bag of holding,
Okay.
because that's gone well before.
You just hear nom 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 as soon as you put them in the bag. Nom, 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 nom.
Grimro.
Danny said he was feeling ill, so I don't know if he's just
Oh.
popped out for a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You start. Are you moving towards Fargate, where you came from, or further on?
We're trying to get to the crossroads and also see if we can see any sign at all on the road of the Vistani. Like, have we... Because we were sailing and we were only a day behind them. So chances are we might have made good ground already, maybe?
It's open.
Hmm.
As you start making your way. Thunderstorm still going. Doesn't seem to dissipate. Not in the slightest. As you continue on. Takes you about half an hour to find the direction towards the path. You eventually have a choice, going back to Fargate, or south towards Embercross.
Heading south.
Edgar,
Oh yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, Edgar, can you see any sign that maybe some carts have been by here?
I can try and have a look around. Squat down, look at mud trail, look for any obvious paths.
Give
Licks of
me
mud.
a survival check, please.
Why did it automatically roll stuff?
I have no idea.
What's my first roll? I think my first roll was a 9, if the order's
Yes.
right. Yeah, okay.
11.
So been 11.
You look around, but due to the heavy rain,
Hmm.
you can't discern any tracks that look to be horse-drawn carts, or wagons, or from a caravan. There is a bit of traffic going through, though doesn't seem to be that recent.
Okay,
That's
not traffic
wagons.
on. Okay.
Yeah, it's if there were wagon trails, they've been washed away, or they are farther ahead than we'd like them to be. But there are other creatures in the vicinity.
Okay. I mean, I guess we just go south and hope that we can catch up with them.
Yeah.
They'll have to stop at some point. They were heading to Clearshade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which is south and then taking
Yeah.
the northern path.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can go south to the crossroads, see if we can catch up with them. We don't really know enough. Yeah. We don't know much about Embercross, do we?
Only that, from what Grimro said about Vakin and Shah being the two leaders of the place.
Okay.
So the idea was to steer with very much clear of Embercross.
Alright. Because, I mean, an alternative is, I don't know if there's much boat traffic between Embercross and Clearshade. Could be a quick detour for us, but no, let's just try and continue south and see if we can catch up with these guys, I suppose.
You start heading out for the rest of the day. You travel south as the storm slowly starts to grow less in force. Soaked and tired, you eventually come to a place where you can think you can rest. So during your travel, you have not heard birds. You have not heard insects. A stillness and quiet has whooshed over these lands. As today, the Forge actually has server issues, it seems.
Uh-oh.
Edgar, there doesn't seem to be any nature around. Is that normal or?
No. From my understanding of Barovia, there's normally creatures, but they are like, I guess if you immediately think of bad creatures like wolves and bears and things, then those are the things that would be lurking around. But I'm concerned because, again, I saw some tracks, but there's no proof of life anywhere.
The tracks humanoid or?
Most of them weren't. Being vague because I don't know exactly.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could set up camp, but put some traps around or something. I don't know what the best thing is to do.
Yeah. I can. I can set up a snare. That I can do. Yeah. Give us a little bit of. How does that work indeed?
Snare.
Yeah, I mean that's not that useful though, is it? It's useful if they come from one direction. Step exactly on that snare. We're just gonna have to
Keep
I don't know.
watch.
Keep watch, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep our wits about us.
Did you want to do something on the forge, Ice?
I was trying to change the date, but now I have to do that manually.
All right.
Right, so everyone, gonna take like a 8-hour break. We'll be back.
And the sun is different.
Mhm.
I think we're going to bed down here for the night and take watch.
All right. Who's taking first watch?
I can. Actually, no. Never mind. I'm quite injured.
I'm happy to take that.
Rest.
I'll take first watch. I'm not doing so hot, but I'll take first watch.
If you're sure.
You and Edgar want to? I mean, the two of you could, right? Like, well, how many shifts do we need through the night?
It's normally 3, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, if we're going to sleep anyway, and in the morning I always feel reinvigorated and I'm able to do more spells again, I might as well just use up. I might as well just cure me and you right now. So I will cast Cure Wounds on... I think I have 2 3rd level spell slots left. I'll cast it on 3rd level on myself.
Okay.
I'll cast it on 2nd level on Kaim.
Right.
I don't know how to target people on this screen.
Just cast a spell and roll it.
Okay. So, I must target a token before rolling the attack.
Just have to open the combat HUD and well, there's no tokens. This is a good point.
Yeah. No. If you go to you're doing it through your character sheet, don't you?
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Should I just roll some d8s?
Yeah, it would be.
Added.
So 1d8. Okay. Yeah, 3d8 for me. So I heal 12 and 2d8 for Brandon. So
Don't forget your spellcasting bonus, which is wisdom.
okay. So Brandon, you heal 7 and I heal 14.
Thank you.
No.
As every single one of you starts to bed down for the night, first watch starts. The rain continues. A fire is difficult to maintain. Through most of your watch, no birds, no insects can be heard. as your watch comes to an end. A slight hooting of an owl starts to pick up an echo throughout. Who's having second watch?
Leave Edgar is.
Okay.
Okay. I go up to wake Edgar up. Edgar, it's your time.
Anything eventful?
Nah, just owls.
Hmm.
Bloody hell.
Okay. Well, get some rest. Guess Edgar will sit down. But I feel, given on the weird, like, I guess, environment we've been in recently, he'll, like, for a good couple minutes, sit as still as he can and just try and listen out for anything.
Give me a perception check, please.
Okay, so that's letting me roll normal.
Jesus.
I hear good.
You're good. Good here.
Good here.
You close everything around you off. You just start to focus. You shut out the owl that started to hoot. Past it, you can hear now the rustling of leaves out in the distance towards the forest on the mountain edge. Something big is moving. You'd sooner to have 8 legs. As it huddles away. Sound, the noise, disappears.
Away as in it got quieter
Yes.
and it wasn't coming toward us.
Yes.
Okay. I'd make a note of it in my book.
Mhm.
And with, I guess, Bowen with an already like knocked arrow by my side, keep a watch out until the next shift.
You keep an eye out, being on high alert the entire time of your watch, as eventually you realize that your watch has come to an end.
I wake up the third person that is going to watch.
I'll take it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, take it if
Valeria.
you want.
Morning.
Good morning. Just to let you know, I believe it's quite far away, but there's something big lurking in this forest.
How do you know?
I'm one with nature, as he says, very deadpan. Anyway, yeah.
Respect,
just-
respect. Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out, obviously, but be cautious for big things, I guess. I'm not sure what. I'm going to bed. I'm tired.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
I sit on a log. I'm guessing there's a log there. And I
Yeah.
just sit and look at the woods,
There's
just
always
like
a log.
staring like right into the woods.
As your watch starts with the warning that Edgar gave you, you keep a close eye on the woods. You see movement. Vague figures. People going back and forth. As eventually 6 stop, each in a different position.
How
Yes.
far away from where we are?
about 800 to 900 feet,
Okay.
like quite a whiles away.
Okay.
As they start turning in unison, the first thing you notice is 12 red lights, small beads, all the same height, and the glistening of something white in a crescent shape.
Around the people or near the people?
No, on the people, underneath
On the people.
underneath the red lights.
Do the red lights look like what we might have mistaken for eyes?
Seems to be. As these just look at you as if they're staring, just giving you an eerie smile.
Can I discern if they are real or an illusion?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okey-dokey.
This is real. You pinch yourself to make sure. This is not a dream, this is real.
Okay. They're just looking at me and smiling, and they don't look like they are about to attack me. I'll just...
In unison, the left hands go up, give you a wave.
I
As
go
one
with my
by
other
one,
hand. Wait, okay, okay.
they step away.
Oh. Valeria feels like she just had a really good social moment. She read that perfectly. Friends.
Oh, Valeria.
Is Rev around?
Oh, Rev is always around and he doesn't need to sleep.
Oh, great. Can I put Rev on my lap and just stroke him for the rest of my
Aw.
shift?
You're a very heavy metal fox, but
Yeah,
you do.
it kind of, I'm so, my legs are so thin,
Yeah.
it really hurts, but I grin and bear it.
And with that, eventually your watch comes to an end. As you wake up the last person to take watch. Who's it
I'll
gonna
wake
be?
up.
Oh.
Cirrus.
Alright, Cirrus, go ahead and take a long rest.
Oh, good. I can take a long rest first. That's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you got woken up last, so you have the benefits of a long
Yay.
rest.
Well, had I known that, I would have selected different spells, but that's fine. I'll do what I did there. And yeah, okay, I'll go get some rest, Valeria.
I'll hand you Rev. He's
And
really
I'll-
heavy.
You go.
He kept me company. It
Ah,
was fine. I saw 6 figures in the woods who were kind of like ghosts, and they had crescent white moons on them, and they had red dots. But then I waved at them, and then they waved at me, and then they left. So I think it was fine.
yeah, sounds fine, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're
Yeah.
just friendly.
Yeah. I mean, made some friends.
Not everyone here can be evil, you know?
No, there has to be some nice people. Yeah,
There's good
right,
and bad
right.
in life.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to sleep now.
Yeah, you go get sleep. Yeah, maybe I'll
Good
see your
luck.
friends. I'll say hello
Goodbye.
to them. Yeah.
Okay.
Cirrus,
Yes.
you sit down and take your time. As you tend to Rev, you keep an eye out. You hear the cawing of crows and ravens, as well as the buzzing of insects coming to life.
Oh, good.
The rain starts to dissipate, eventually
Oh.
stop. As nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Eventually, your watch comes to an end.
Everybody, rise and shine.
Did you see them? Did you see them?
I didn't. Are you sure they were real?
Did
think
you see
so.
who?
Oh, I saw 6 figures standing in the woods.
Yes,
They had
Valeria made
red
friends.
dots. Yeah, I made some friends. They were okay.
Red dots.
red,
Yeah, they
red
had, like-
dots for eyes and crescent, smiling, eerie, smiley mouth.
Yeah. How do you know that?
We've
Encountered them.
before.
Oh,
We didn't
Skin.
get
We've
proper
been over
look.
this. It's skinwalkers. They like lure people off into the mist, and then they don't come back the same person.
oh.
Yeah,
Well,
I have definitely spoken about them before.
Is now a good time to mention that I had a really traumatic upbringing and it causes memories to kind of go a bit wishy-washy.
Well, okay. It's now going to be a case of, out of pure safety, I'm not sure you should be on watch by yourself anymore.
I'll write it on my arm.
Okay.
Skinwalkers.
You look at your arm later. What was that again?
It's all blurred.
Reflect
Yeah.
before you snap.
Is it long rest?
Mm-hmm. You can all
Okay,
take the
okay.
benefits of a long rest.
Fine.
My watch was quiet. Didn't see anything. Just everybody waking up.
I went, I guess, into my own head of sorts. Got in touch with nature for a bit, and I heard a very presumably large creature, but 8-legged, so I can only assume it's going to be a very lovely encounter if we ever come across them.
Yeah.
Towards the mountains in the forest, but it was that owls and us in the local area, which again is concerning, as a forest this big should have more creatures in.
Hmm.
Do
Anyway,
you guys,
good
do you
morning.
guys remember when we first set out to the mines? And I think it was the past, like, I think it was a few nights we were in close contact. I think, what was it, an owlbear?
Yeah,
I believe so.
we saw that, yeah.
I don't think it could be that.
Hooting. Oh,
Hmm.
well, as we'll walk today, I'll again keep an eye out for tracks, and hopefully we'll be able to work out.
I mean, we got close enough for us to visually see it, so I don't think if we're not any harm to it, it won't harm us.
But that was before we were in Darkhold, though. Again, to my knowledge, it's a case of the creatures and let's say the not so smart creatures. They can be manipulated and controlled by whoever rules the domain. Again, if this is as close to Barovia, then I think it is. That could be the case. Just be on your guard, basically, if we say anything that looks scary.
And we shall pack up and continue on.
Agreed.
As you pack your things, you rummage through. Something's off. Something's missing. You've no idea what. The feeling of something being gone washes over all of it.
I checked through the
Oh.
bag of holding. Have we got everything?
Are Darrow and Torval still there?
They are.
Oh, okay.
Everything seems to be still in the bag of holding.
I guess.
Ref's still here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean, this is one of the things where I don't know if it's metagaming. Would I know that this is the place that we're in playing tricks on us?
This entire
Is it?
place seems to be playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
So it could
Does
be a
anyone-
trick.
Does anyone feel like they're forgetting anything?
Yep.
Yeah, it does feel like that. But this place has made us think all sorts of things since we've got here. So I think we just try and ignore that feeling.
I also always feel like this anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, the airship, right?
Well, forgive me if I'm overcautious. I double check my inv. Am I missing anything?
What did you write down?
At what point?
What do you have in your inventory?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like my biography. I was like, my childhood.
I was born on a crisp Tuesday morning.
I've got my short swords, longbow, a scimitar that I've never used, armor. I heard I forget the technical name, but so I've just put sleeve things.
The braces?
Braces, that's it. I should
Sleeve
probably change that.
Yes.
Torches, rations, water skin, rope, arrows, potions of healing, bedroll. I think my mouse was broken. Pendant, my notebook, 10-box mess kit, etc. And my currency.
You have no idea what you're missing.
I still have my stuff.
Yes.
Great, that's all I care about. I think we
Do
just shake
I-
it off. Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, do I still have my tile?
Your what?
My tile. It's my trinket.
Yes, you still have it.
Okay. Then
Your tile.
yeah.
Do I see him pull out this tile? Check if he still have
I
it.
presume so.
Yeah, I'll be like, it's not. Oh, I hope it's not. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What does it look like?
It is, if you think of like Lisbon or the Portuguese style like tiles that go on the side of houses.
Mhm.
It is one of them.
I notice, but I don't say anything. Okay, well, I think we just try and ignore the feeling and just keep pushing on.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's the best.
After you've packed your things, you start moving south again. Edgar, in the corner of your eye, along the forest line, you can see something move. Something's moving with almost in a parallel way.
As something that I have tended to do whilst walking with a group of friends in public, I pivot on the spot and start walking backwards whilst engaging in conversation. And as I'm pivoting, look at what's following us.
Could you give me a perception check, please?
You.
Perception.
As this is a maneuver. Okay.
Okay. Even with that in Elvish, because I don't know what it could be. There's something following us, I think. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it's moving alongside us.
Oh.
Would I be able to know if it was a large thing, a small thing, a group of things?
It's about the same size as a normal human being.
Okay.
So it moves
It
a
look-
bit faster.
That's
As in
Not good.
it's holding back in a way.
okay.
Do you want some help to
Okay.
check again?
Follow it?
It's a case of obviously we can't all suddenly look at again still in Elvish. We can't all look at it directly, but I think it's a man or something following us.
I say in Elvish, what if we would just stop and look at it and see what it does? See if it stops.
I continue walking.
I'm not sure. And I, like, over the top, shrug my shoulders and pivot back round, trying to get another look at it.
I cast guidance on Edgar.
Okay, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Perception. And guidance is
So
a D4.
1d4, yeah.
Thank you. Bit better.
No, but
Mhm.
In your walk, in your step, with the pivoting and talking being the social person that you hadn't shown before, you denote a human moving incredibly fast as it suddenly starts to jump up and jump between the bark of the trees.
Is it at any way coming closer to us?
No, it stays parallel.
Okay. Turn back around, and as we're walking forward, I say, I think it knows in Elvish.
I start walking really fast to try and catch up to Kime.
Okay.
I'm like, oh no.
No. It's in the tree line.
No, thank you.
You move along. And Edgar, you're keeping an eye out. It seems to be properly following you at this point.
Ardera, what should we do?
Well, going back to my military strategy, we should have some people flanking, keeping an eye on it. And then we should have some people in front. And I'll just be in the middle, not really contributing, but I'll order you around.
Well, he's the leader, guys.
Yep, we did call him the leader, yep.
Yeah, as well as out of character, the reason I would have asked Ardera is because of like the strategy like aspect of him. So
Yeah.
so thanks for that.
We
I
should
guess.
have the strongest people in the back.
All right, I'll go in the back with Rev.
No, you are not strong steerers. Have I mentioned the time you fell out of an airship? You go front.
I'll go in front with
Edgar.
Rev.
It's like he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope Fine rewatches this.
I ignore all the people walking.
Like they're all here.
Okay.
Okay, we're being followed. I'm going to
By the way,
think
Ice,
I
we
have
can't
a
see
set up this.
Gusta's beautiful face. You might need to refresh your...
No, I think it's because it's
Yeah.
new PC and cookies and such.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
On the
So
stream.
ICE has to specifically set up unique windows for each of us,
Yeah.
I believe. And if you
Oh.
change like your cookies, that's why the prompt shows up at the start to put in your unique code thingy, I think.
Got it. Well, you guys are missing out because Gus looks great today. So.
I know. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Always fabulous.
Waha!
I do
Um,
not know which one's Gus. The video ninja.
Ninja Sarah, Iru. Because I tried to spell Ceres and I didn't click yes.
Sarah.
I know. I'm sorry. I am going to cast. I am going to. Oh, perfect. Click on my little bracer and activate my my disguise.
Okay.
And I'm going to disguise myself as Grimro.
Okay.
Just in case, guys. Just in case.
Oh, that's as you all watch as Sirius starts to alter himself in a somewhat magical and mechanical way.
Oh yeah.
His form starts to grow
Yeah, I get top.
as his face starts to become completely pale. As his dark brown hair rushes out as you see a familiar visage of your previous companion.
Why did you
Grimro.
pick Grimro? That's really weird.
Because he's Vistani. And maybe people around here might know him,
That's, yeah, fair
might
enough.
help us.
Good idea,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
I had a logic. But
Alright.
also, where's the pie?
Oh, getting into character.
I'm trying. Pie. Pie? Aye.
As Ardaro, can I use prestidigitation on Cirrus to make him also smell like Grimro, just in case?
Did Ardero particularly smell Grimro?
Oh yeah, we all know he got a good whiff. He spent a lot of time with the
Okay.
guy. So he smells
Alrighty.
a little bit like the sea, a little bit like alcohol,
Mm.
and a little bit like pie.
Mm. Num 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 num.
As the familiar scent of the sea fills your nostrils, a whiff of alcohol follows, as well as pie.
Mm.
Do you feel like
I'm
you want to
having-
eat loads of pie now?
I do. Pie would
Oh,
be really good
no.
right now.
Oh my god, you've been possessed.
Pie.
Could you give me a
Let's just
wisdom
keep-
saving throw, Sirius?
Oh no. Helen, no, it's the special. Oh no. Wisdom saving throw? Sure, I'm very wisdomous. That's what I do.
So wisdom.
Oh, so wisdomous. Hashtag wisdomness.
Okay.
I don't see it. Oh, 14. Okay, go. Pie. Ha ha ha. Anywho, let's just keep a good brisk pace, shall
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, let's.
Which is so much easier with these long legs.
Yeah.
How long
Powerful.
does disguise self last for?
This is a wonderful question. I don't know. Let's see.
3 weeks,
an hour?
you can't turn it off.
You're trapped. You're stuck.
It is an hour.
Okay.
An hour.
You start to keep moving. Edgar, as you keep on walking, you notice that Kaim's step has fastened.
Time step is fastened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, when you keep an eye out on the forest, this person, this thing, started to move even faster.
I speed up a bit to start walking alongside Kaim.
I said I did the same thing a little bit ago.
I think it may be following you in a hushed, quiet tone.
Oh, okay. Go.
I sense something is here, so we keep moving and we keep going now. We keep stopping. We just need to continue on.
If you're sure. But again, be obviously wary of this thing, as I think it may have targeted you if for any reason.
Can you sense how far away it is?
Ice, could I get an estimate of how far away? This is also within the trees.
It's about 600 feet from you.
Okay.
As the
Way out of range as
Okay.
well.
the
Yeah.
path slightly bends towards it.
Okay. It's currently at a distance, but I feel we may be crossing paths at some point soon.
Can I hold detect evil and good for when it gets within 30 feet?
Most certainly.
If it gets within 30 feet. Okay, great.
As you keep on moving, it seems as if it's getting closer. So, slowly. Quick. As the tree lines closest to you are about 25 feet from the position that you're at.
Oh no.
Oh, this means there's gonna be
Oh,
a fight,
God.
huh?
This is
It's
a
never
combat map?
good. Nah, it's an RP map.
Mm-mm.
Icy's not going to put us into combat this week. That is my
Why is it
Daryl.
two of me?
Congratulations.
I'm a Darrow and I'm right every time.
Valeria,
Yes.
you spot the creature to be within range for you to get your spell off.
Why
Don't
is it
mention it,
two of
Brandon.
me?
Brandon, don't mention it, because then you get 2 turns.
Double team. Time uses double team.
Thank you for
Oh.
letting me know.
Oh yeah, no, serious.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, serious.
So
Wait, what? What's happening?
I'll find out what it is and I do a spell. Do I know if it's aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
You spy it as an aura starts to form around the creature. A dark grey, almost blackish color, as you sense it be undead.
I say in Elvish, it's undead, it's undead. Do radiant damage on it.
Fully undead?
Okay.
I
I
think
say in
so.
Elvish.
Okay. So it's not Constantine.
Wait, is it?
Does it look like it's Constantine?
Was Constantine...
It does
Constantine
not look
wasn't fully.
to be Constantine.
Okay.
And as you say
Okay.
that,
Okay.
Valeria, in Elvish you respond, "You do not have to worry about me." As out of the woods, a dark-haired young man with pale blue eyes and a stern face steps forward, dressed in these immaculate fancy clothes. You see him.
Woohoo.
Do not fret. I am neither friend nor foe. I am a neutral party. May I make your acquaintance, please? As he gives you a bow. The name is Elijah von Zarovich. And
That's
I
easy to say.
am in need of your help.
I look over at Edgar, like, is this the guy that was following us, jumping from tree to tree?
Edgar is very wide-eyed, staring at the bloke. Was it Elias? Sorry.
Oh,
Elijah.
Elijah, thank you.
Von Zarovich.
Why were you following us?
I was indeed. Your friend has a peculiar artifact on him. Say,
Which friend?
As he steps forward towards you, Kain. Has it told you his name yet?
Yes, it has.
yeah. Oh, wait.
Peculiar. And interesting. Well then. Now that I've introduced myself, Whom do I have the pleasure to meeting?
Well, we're the Prism. This is Kime, Torville, Ardero, Valeria, Cirrus, Edgar,
And Rev.
Grimro.
and
No.
Rev.
Grimro.
Such a
I'm
merry
Grimro.
bunch. I can see
Stop.
through the illusion, my friend.
Oh.
Rev starts to shift in form.
I switch it off. I was just worried we were being followed by the Vistani.
Sorry,
You don't have to
you're-
fear the Vistani. If you fear the Vistani, you have lost a way of life.
you mentioned
But
your
it's
name
still my
was
airship.
Von Zarevich.
That is correct. But I prefer to be called Elijah.
Ah, well, Elijah. I'm assuming you have some relation to, I'm not sure how time passes, but a relative by the name of Strahd.
I hear you have met my uncle. In that case. Have you not?
I have not. I've heard stories.
Julia. Well, most stories don't travel far. Not in these lands, at least. Or outside of them.
Strahd is your uncle.
Indeed. Strahd von Zarevich is my uncle.
What have I heard of Strahd?
You have... Good question. What have you heard of
I
Strahd?
can't remember what you've, because the thing is, I don't want to metagame. I don't remember what you've learned in this campaign.
I think I've mentioned Strahd being a Dark Lord, being a vampire, and the domain lord of Barovia. Multiple
Okay.
occasions mentioned by Edgar.
Yeah, I was going to say, Edgar's, I feel, mainly being the source of
Yeah.
knowledge for
Mhm.
Strahd-based things. Because
I also think that you have told that I'd know by the fact that you are familiar with religion that Vakan was the person who successfully killed and destroyed Strahd.
Oh, so we think Strahd is dead.
Yes.
Yep, but Elijah keeps talking in the present tense.
Mm.
Hmm.
This is a bit awkward because I heard that Vekin killed Strahd. Is he alive?
My uncle Stanley is back from the dead, yes.
Sadly, so you're not
Sadly.
happy about that.
No, he turned my mother.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It is quite alright. You see, you knowing about Vakan gives me a relief.
How so?
Vakan was close friends with my father. I think you have heard of Sergei?
He's not too sure on the name Sergei, so he starts flipping through his notes.
You haven't heard
Um,
the stories.
I have. It's just been a while since I've read through them again.
Been new in town, so
Well then, if you allow me to accompany you, I could tell the stories if you'd like.
Mm. Can I get a
Do
read on
you
this
know-
guy and if he seems like he has ill intentions?
Give me an insight check.
Yars.
Nice. By the way, it just clicked that Strahd's his uncle. And I'm annoyed Lean is no longer in the party.
I know.
In chat, yeah.
Nat 20.
He seems to be wanting something from you. What it is not clear. Though he seems sincere of going somewhere and wanting to travel
Mhm.
together.
I look at over at Edgar and I give like a tiny little nod. Little tiny little baby little nod.
I don't think Edgar would give anything away, but who knows if he saw it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, begs the question as to, have you been following us solely for what our friend has in their on their person, or what do you want from us?
Have you heard of a Nosferatu?
Through tales, but nothing more.
Well then. I suggest we walk and talk. In that case. It's going to be a long story, and you'll probably need all the details that you can get.
I would like to keep on the move as well.
Very well.
We want to get out of here.
Out of where?
That's what we're trying to do. Here.
Out of
Oh.
This,
Yeah.
yes.
You seek to leave this domain, at least
We,
all the domains.
well,
it's more return home.
yeah.
You'll need a Vistani for that, a strong one. Especially
We know.
if you could let me at least finish my sentence. I would much appreciate that. Valeria, was it?
It was, yes, Elijah, yeah.
You do well not to interrupt me in future.
So sorry, sir. So sorry.
I just give Valeria a bonk on the head.
No. Violence
Is there
is
a
not
pat on the back?
needed. I have my own ways of getting what I want.
Go out with it then.
Interrupt him.
To leave a place, you'll need a strong Vistani. I can sense that not just the mists have a pull on you, but also the Dark Lord. So there's 2 or 3 options for you. The first option is finding a strong Vistani that can actually take you across the boundaries, especially with you being pulled by the Dark Lord. Yet the chances are that you can, well, not return to your home and land in a different realm, different domain. See, you B, die and lose your soul to the mists. However, there's a third option. That path is something you only have to choose yourself to do. It's to play the game of the Dark Hall. At least the Dark Lord. You see, the current Dark Lord of Dark Hold. I fucked myself over with choosing Dark Hold as a name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The current leader, current Dark Lord, Margaret, is not just a person. She's a being. Something far worse than anything you'll encounter. However, she has a weakness. Her weakness are her siblings. Can ever quarrel, fighting amongst themselves, never trying to ally themselves with each other. You see, Margaret holds sway and power over each and every single sibling. Her power, so to say, comes from them. Now there are 4. Yet, if you take away one, the power will also diminish. Do with that knowledge what you want. Now, I still do need to get rid of a Nosferatu. Where is it that you're heading?
We're heading to the crossroads that lead to both Embercross and Clearshade. We are heading north when we reach those.
You're on your
Crossroads.
path to Clearshade.
Yes.
You're in luck. You're in luck.
Yeah.
I myself am traveling towards Clearshade. You see, the
Oh,
creature
that's
that I've
so
been
lucky. Sorry.
the creature that I've been trying to get rid of has made a headway towards Clearshade. Now I know a few passages through the mountains. Let's say shortcuts. So, traveling them alone is definite suicide. Therefore, I need people to accompany me.
And I assume you want us to help in taking down this creature as well. Whatever this Nosferatu is.
I can handle an Nosferatu once I find it. I am in need of someone that can secure me during the days when it's not cloudy or rain.
Are you saying we have to travel
How do you
at
mean?
night?
I'm trying to say that I need an escort. I can travel by night.
And yet,
I can travel by day, though it has to be raining or cloudy. I can't travel in bright daylight.
I nudge Ferris and say vampirism.
Yeah.
So it's like, but why? I don't understand. Why would you not be able to...
You just not like the weather.
Guys, do we take him up
What's
on
the
this
current
offer?
weather?
Well, we would have the advantage of making our way to Clearshade faster.
Mhm.
But it's then a case of, do we then trust someone we've only just met, along with walking a path that we've heard is apparently more dangerous than our current?
Well, I'm going to say that that's what we always end up doing anyway, is trusting people we know or met. We bought a house because a guy told us to, and we let a guy come onto our boat and potentially be high on pies that we just met. Sort of seems to be our whole gig. But for the opposing opinion, I'm sure I can turn to Adair.
I
Adair?
don't
Bite
trust
off.
anyone. I just want to find the Vistanis and go home.
I love when Ardera talks like that. Just
Yeah,
dapping
yeah.
constantly.
Fucking dabbing.
It's going to bite us eventually.
Yeah, but he has this... I'm assuming we're speaking in Elvish very close to each other.
No,
Wait,
because
did
I
he,
can't
did he speak to us in Elvish?
I
Okay,
mean,
well,
he interrupted when we were speaking Elvish, so
okay, well, we're very close-knit in a little huddle going... I say to Kai, I'm like, oh yeah, but you know, we have numbers on him, and he also has a very significant weakness that we can take advantage of. You know, like, I can destroy mist now. I can destroy fog. He's out in the fog, out some side of the fog. Wants to take us on? I'll destroy the fog. Burn the guy. Ah! It's easy. It's fine.
How long have you been able to destroy mist?
The whole time.
Oh. Do you not? What? Okay.
I died due to mist. Seriously.
I probably couldn't have killed that mist. Calm down. I can destroy like mist, like fog mist. Like
Anywho.
mist once it eat you. I
Anyway,
feel like that's
yeah.
probably
We should-
beyond my pay grade.
Elijah,
We should put it to a vote, I reckon. But
we'll put it to a vote, and then you'll have our answer.
Okay. Are we?
I'm for traveling with Elijah.
Same.
Same. Same.
Yeah, we need to get the Vistani ASAP, and we
But
can cut
what's
them
the
off, fly
thing?
them to the mountains. Yeah, let's go.
Seems we're all in agreement then.
Splendid. Now it's quite a bit back. There was a pass within the forest.
Mhm.
You can't spot it from the road, though it is visible if you're close to the forest.
Anything we
Okay.
should be aware of as we're traveling the forest?
If you see any women walking a path alone, don't trust it.
Looking at you,
Oh.
Torval.
Bit misogynistic. Okay,
Those,
cool.
Again, Edgar's flicking through his book. They wouldn't happen to have any relation to 8-legged creatures, would they?
Have you encountered one before?
Again, I feel very well read in terms of stories and tales of similar realms.
Edgar was the name. Correct.
Yes.
Last name?
Yes, it was. Castellucci.
Ooh.
I haven't heard that name.
Well, I'm not from around these parts.
That explains it. How do you know these stories?
I'm guessing this is as we're walking. We're not just all
yeah.
Please.
Yeah, this is as you're walking.
Yeah, it's just I'm glad it isn't the case of us two just talking and everyone's just like well, it's,
Yeah.
growing up, I studied, and mainly through, well, to be an archer, I guess, to be good with bow and arrow, and I came across the story of Vakan and his party mainly through Stepper, a member of his party who was also supposedly good with the bow and arrow, although he was written as mistakes someone else has made, so learn from their mistakes. And through that, I found the story of Vakan and essentially got invested.
Coolio. Uncle never spoke about someone named Stepper.
Well, it's mainly through an old journal at home, well, in my hometown, and it had copious amounts of notes from, I guess, Vakan's adventures in Barovia, and I've got copies, written copies in my own journal.
He's been trying to keep notes of everything that's been happening here.
Yeah, and it's like flicking through my pages. There's like more recent notes as opposed to ones that were from numerous years ago.
Right, okay, so you're an archer.
Yes.
As he turns to you, kind
What's the huge bow and the quiver of arrows on his person?
You're touched by something dark. What about you, Blue Man?
Or me?
Oh, the other one.
Yes.
No, he's talking to the water.
Okay.
What
Yes.
skills do you have?
That's a loaded question. I mean, I make things, fix things, suppose. Sort of, bit of a magical tinkerer is how I like to think of myself.
So you're a carpenter,
No.
a smith.
Closer.
If I can make anything easier, he magically infuses items.
You're an inventor.
I said that. I look at Valerian. I'm like, I did say I invent things. Oh, yes.
And he uses magic in an unconventional way.
Oh.
You're not
Nice way to
familiar
put
with Dr. Mordenheim, are you? Maybe an apprentice of hers.
I'm not, right?
No.
No. No, not an apprentice.
Good. Stay away from golems.
Golems? That sounds exciting.
Not the ones she makes. Bloody hell. The things are
Ooh,
something else.
makes golems. What are
Let's
these golems?
see.
How does she make them? Like, what does it? What do they do?
Non-apprentice. I hunted one before. Pain in the ass to take down. Can tell you that.
I want to find a golem.
Fun story around that one though. People around the villages started to call it Mordenheim's monster.
Or do they call him Mordenheim?
Yeah,
They
but
started
actually
calling
he's-
Mordenheim. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. It's awful when they do that, isn't it?
People are stupid.
They really are dumb.
As for
That's me.
you, young lady,
Yes.
I can see a conflict within you. A beacon of light, like my father, yet touched by one of the moons. Interesting. I haven't seen a follower of Lathander in long. May the Morning Lord bless you.
And may the morning lords be with you as well.
As for you, as he turns to Torval, let's see. Scrappy clothes, scruffy beard.
Must be a Weasley.
Fuck, you got my reference.
Yeah, boy.
Must be a hunter. There goes all my references.
Oh, you know all of Harry Potter.
True.
I like money.
Human
That was
yet
my awful friendship.
infused by dragons. Stern Luke.
Yeah, you won't shut up about it.
Shadow, definitely a soldier's background. You must be one of those wannabe soldier boys.
He's loose.
Ooh, damn.
The cannon fodder. Right.
Oh, if only he was actually good at that.
We can test that.
You cannon fodder? Yeah.
Stabs him.
I dodge. I never take an attack of opportunity.
He never takes an attack of opportunity.
Never.
No, he likes to stay back. He likes to bark our ears off.
He's one of those. Not lead
I
by
mean-
example, but lead by
Very-
wits.
Yeah. Ignore him and he'll just go away.
Right, now that I've discerned you, you must have realized that I am a vampire.
I could sense you're
Gathered
undead.
that.
Yeah.
You don't seem to want to be in the sun, which is sort of a giveaway.
You also said Strahd turned to your mother.
Correct.
Pieces
Into
fall into
what?
place.
Into a vampire, obviously.
That, yeah. Okay. Mhm.
The thing
I
is-
see, yeah.
When my mother turned, she was with child.
Turned. Ooh.
With you,
She was currently carrying. Yes.
you were born
Ooh.
this way.
I am born a vampire, yet I am touched by
God
life
makes
myself.
no mistakes. You're on the right track, baby. You were born this way. Sorry.
She's so wisdomous, this Valeria.
Don't be a
Valeria.
drag, just be a queen.
That's nice.
Whatever your bro got in between. Alright, I'll save it.
You
for
may
later.
have not surmised that she is also
A bot.
an entertainer of some sorts.
I did not expect anyone to be like that. No.
Yeah, it's rare here.
Usually the religious folk stay on a religious track.
She's a weird one.
I was born this way.
Aren't you all?
Baby.
Baby.
Write that down, Valeria.
Yeah, I'll write it in my
Hit.
song, my song of book. I invent Lady Gaga.
Canon.
Elijah, how did you know about my blade?
I have a rare gift that's been passed down from my father. I, like you, Valeria, can sense things.
Are you a follower of a god too?
The Morning Lord is my patron.
Lathander himself.
One of the big three.
One of the only three. There's
I'm more of a
two.
saloon. I'm more of a saloon girl nowadays, but
Hmm.
I'll never forget my roots.
Stick to them. You might want to need them in this place. Only two gods can successfully access this place. Well,
Oh.
3 if you count Vakan.
So Lathander, Vakin, and who's the third?
Shah.
Shah. Yeah,
You might have heard the story of their union.
I have, yes. I hear they're king and queen of Embercross, and Embercross is split in two.
King and Queen, not so much. Their followers do rule both sides, or each side separate. They themselves do not have a physical form in this realm. They are represented by whomever is leading them.
And who is it in Embercross? Do you know?
There's a council of shadows. That's... well, they claim to be offspring of Vakan.
Mm.
And then there's the... can't recall the name. There's a cathedral to Shah. And the high priest there claims to, well, be directly granted and blessed by Shah herself. You have to be wary of both. They can be quite persistent and a force to be reckoned with.
Seems that way, yeah.
Now, Clearshade is a bit more docile, let's say. So you need to be careful. One of the heirs live there. This old guy, old fella.
And what does he do?
I honestly do not know. I haven't really talked to him.
Where are you from? Where does your family live?
My family fled Barovia. I haven't seen my father, well, after he passed. My mother, however, I have no idea where she is. Probably trying to stake herself again.
Is Strahd keeping her captive somewhere?
I am uncertain if Strahd has managed to find my mother again. Though I'm certain that he has killed my father again.
Did you say stake herself again?
Yes.
Oh.
Does she not want to be as she is?
No one truly wants to be a vampire. I can assure you that.
Yeah. Is there anyone who can help? Anyone who can take the curse off?
I have not heard of people curing vampirism. I'm uncertain if it even can be done. Even my father tried to grasp a way to do it, though he had no luck.
And your father is dead now?
From last I determined, yes, he is.
Was he human?
He was mortal. Yes.
You say he killed him again?
Yes, there's this weird thing that happened. During the travels of Vakan, my father was a companion of his. Unknowingly, my father entered Barovia and found out later that he was, well, the reincarnated brother of Strahd.
Was his name Marcus?
Yes. How do you know?
Again, it's just from, I guess, context clues, but I couldn't find any mention of a Sergei, but when you mentioned a party member of Vakan's, there was a moment where they saw faces of loved ones or family or people they knew in like trapped in trees, I believe, and they were able to see their faces, and Marcus's face in front of him was Strahd's, or as Vakan had written, I assume Marcus saw Strahd's face based on the details. Writes down some more about Sergei and Marcus.
Yes, my father did come back. Well, I call him Sergei at times, but Marcus is his born name. Now, just around this bend, there's a drop. Be careful when you pass it.
No, that's fine. Very good.
Yes, he leads you on. Eventually, night falls. Right, I can move on for a bit longer, but I reckon that you would need a rest.
You can push on.
What time is it?
Need be.
It's currently actually getting dark.
Oh.
And threading this
We've been
pass
going all day.
as you're going
Bloody day.
between mountains. I'll show you.
I told you it was an RP map, not a combat map.
For now.
No.
There's a
Could
new
have been a
path
combat map.
that's been drawn on
Yeah.
Let's see.
as you are walking between two mountains.
Oh, it's nice up here.
We keep on the move. We can always rest on the day.
Are you all able to see in the dark?
I can, yes.
Yes. Yep.
In complete darkness, I have a nifty trick.
Is it disappearing?
Now you see him. No, you don't.
I myself have a nifty trick, yet maybe you'll find out.
No, don't hold out on us like that, man.
Also disappears.
Let's do a bet.
Oh.
That's not fair.
I suggest you do take a rest. The
Okay.
road up ahead
Speaking
is
of-
steep downwards. We will win a few days. I'll
Are you sleeping for the night?
sleep for the night. I do not need to sleep myself. I can stay up.
All right.
Well,
Um,
the party, I still suggest that
We take the
take
watches.
turns as usual. You know,
um,
more eyes the better. As I'm looking over at Elijah.
And you did say so yourself. Traveling alone on this path is suicide.
yeah.
This is correct.
Okay.
I will
Well-
take first watch.
I'll take second.
Join you.
We could do double shifts, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Otherwise, a bunch of us are just sleeping.
All right. And with that, everyone beds down except for Kaim and Elijah.
Mm.
As we're going to take a break.
And-
Wow.
Oh,
Woohoo! We'll take a 15-minute break. So we'll be back at 45. Thank you all so much for watching, even though we even lost a Danny, sadly. But whenever someone's sick, we don't really mind. I'm just glad we're not doing it in person in that case,
Yeah.
Mm.
because it would be a bit more difficult to do. However,
Yeah.
stay tuned. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Grab something to drink, grab something to eat,
Yum, yum.
and take a potty break.
What do you-
We'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope
Hello.
your break was lovely as Matty got into almost a full cosplay of Edgar.
Oh, hold up.
Yeah, I'm echoing
Oh,
on your end.
Who's in?
I'm hearing myself. Now, not anymore, but I heard myself on your end. It's fine. It's gone now. So, something worked.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, welcome back. As you all were traveling across parts of the Clearshade Ridge, in between two mountain passes led by the mysterious Elijah. As you started to slow down and decide to rest for the night. Everyone beds down but Kaim and Elijah. As you notice that Elijah looks around, almost nonchalant. As night falls.
So this Nosferatu, what is it exactly?
A Nosferatu is a vampire. So they are not like me, my mother, or my uncle. They are creatures of the night that are created in a devious way, almost tortured. They were vampires in transition that were deprived of their blood and thus becoming weaker, now ever hungry, washes over them. They look very pale, and their hair fell off completely. If you ever spot one, you'll know what it looks like.
And this creature, you said, is went off ahead of you. Am I to assume that it's going to attack Clearshade?
It's looking
Or
for a
the
hunting
people?
ground. Last place it hunted. Let's just say that not so skilled hunters before me tried to get rid of this creature, this Nosferatu. I eventually found him dead in one of the alleys, and a Nosferatu gone. Whatever you do, do not try to hunt it down within Clearshade.
I'd assume not to do anyway, considering it might bring some ire towards us, some attention, which I hope that we can kind of keep on the down low.
You have made yourself known when you walked into this domain. Attention is already on you, if you like it or not.
That's what I've heard so far. And so far, I've heard the longer we stay in here, the pull gets stronger.
It depends on which power wants to pull home. As he gives a slight side glance to your companions that are sleeping.
One of them could be in danger.
Perhaps. But they could also have been fooled.
It's rather vague. Do you care to elaborate?
Within these mists, a larger realm lies. Each domain is connected to the other. Only the mist that border the domains hold back certain elements, like the Dark Lords. Most Dark Lords are not able to travel across the mists into another domain. Some have found a way to find themselves outside. However, throughout the realms of the mists, powers that are called dark often seek new prey, always trying to make deals. That is what you want to watch out for. They strike when you are most vulnerable.
And by vulnerable, you possibly could mean dead.
Yes, on some occasions even sleeping.
Edgar has us worried in the past few days of being here. One time he took watch, and when we all woke up, he noticed something in his eyes, but hasn't shown itself since. And then the next, a mist attacked us and killed him. But as soon as it left, he came back.
As he turns around and walks off to scout the area. Not saying anything, just giving you a sly grin.
I take it as soon as we reach Clear Shades, we part ways.
That is the idea, yes. Anything else you'd like to know?
There's a lot of things that I would like to know.
Then
What?
by all means, ask them.
Do you know of my family?
No, I do not.
Neither do I. Not until of late, anyway. See, the domain lord of this realm decided to attack my home.
Hmm. Seems that you're in a pickle.
I'm not a fool enough to go marching to her doorstep and demanding her head. But I will wish for it.
Then in that case, might I suggest a course of action?
You mentioned her siblings,
Indeed.
4 of them.
4 indeed. One currently resides in Clearshade. It is his personal prison, so to say. Have
And
you
the other
heard?
3?
Sorry?
And the other 3?
You can find the youngest in Shimmerest. But she might be a little out of your league now. However, the second youngest lives in Emberbrook. He's been able to close off the city for anyone who wants to enter it. Seeming that it's the only walled city, he has luck. Now, for the middle one, the second oldest, she also resides in Clearshade. Though it might not be long before she's able to push out the eldest sibling. At least that's the information I had about 3 days now. Things already might have been changed. Nothing ever sits still.
I agree with that.
Whatever you do, be wary of all of them. I've heard that the second oldest is a nasty woman, turning you to stone.
Peculiar.
Very, if you do not know how to deal with it.
And can I assume you do?
I have a hunch, but I cannot be certain. Not until, I faced her. But I do not have those interests. I can give you
Well-
some ideas, some rough information about each and every one of them. But I do need
Oh,
something in return.
And what would that be?
I need you to take a place.
Take a place.
Yes. To dethrone a Dark Lord, one must take its place. Or the Lord will return. Now, seeing that you're a young man, you still have to figure a lot of things out. I am willing to take that place if I need to. I would take the place of Margaret, if you do not wish it.
And all that power goes to you.
All that power and all her torment goes to me. For these domains are not a place to live in happiness. These are places of torment, even for the Dark Lords.
There must be a way.
There is no other way. How do you think that Vakan became what he is now?
You are right. I am young. I do not have everything figured out for me just yet. And who knows, maybe in the coming years or so, my mind might change. But the thought of being the cause of someone's suffering, that just does not sit well with me.
Then find me. And I will take your place. As he places a hand on your shoulder, he steps a little bit closer, and for the first time you can see bits of the skin pull back and some vampiric facial features reveal themselves to you. You can see some of the fangs, the eyes, the ears starting to be pointy, and the eyes turning extremely pale blue. You are not alone in this. There are people here and around you that are willing to help. You just need to find them. Trust them.
Take your words to heart.
Then for now, rest up. I'll take the rest of the watch.
I head up and wake up the second person.
I believe it was me.
Yep.
Anything happen?
No, nothing that any one of us can handle anyway.
Alrighty. Get some rest.
Good night, Edgar.
Good night.
Edgar Castellucci.
Elijah von Zareb.
How does it feel speaking those words?
Good question. honestly not too sure.
Don't worry. I'm not like my uncle.
Well, that's one thing, I guess.
Please, by all means. I was about to set and make some tea.
Sit down.
No, Edgar. Before I go on, I would like everyone to deafen themselves, please.
This is gonna be fun.
Annoyingly, that doesn't seem to be an option I have, so I'm just going to take my earphones out.
Okay.
I can sense it in you.
Hence what?
This, as he touches one of your braces. As he's squeezing it, you can feel the claws of his fingers sink in. And a puncture of needles inside of your heart starts, or where your heart should be, starts to fill. This.
What did you just do?
You have been touched by the powers, haven't you?
I can only assume.
You've made a deal like he did centuries ago.
I had expected as much, but it. Well, I personally feel it backfired slightly.
No, it has backfired. Not just yet, but it will. For you are not dead nor alive.
See,
Soon you'll find the hunger. Not of blood. You won't crave blood. I can sense that in you.
that's something.
You'll crave power. I can feel it. They all do. Are you familiar with lichdom?
I would not know. This is out of character, by the way. It's not something we've really spoken about in terms of like Edgar's knowledge of it. But I'd go with no, but I recognize the word.
Liches are powerful mages that have sought power beyond mortality, eventually having their souls being an object, as he squeezes again into your braces.
So what you're saying is...
You do not have a heart anymore.
Well, given that these apparently came out of my chest, it makes sense. But I put a hand to my heart. Can I feel any pulse, heartbeat?
There's a slight heartbeat.
Okay. So these things are linked to me then?
Yes. And if they are destroyed, so are you.
Well, that's unsettling news. But given that they're braces, I'll be able to keep them on my person.
If you'd allow me, I can help you.
How?
Well, you know the stories of my father.
Yes.
Do you know what he was?
A vampiric lord over Barovia. Wait,
That's
sorry,
my
your uncle or father. From what I know, um, my knowledge is rather limited on Marcus. It's, I'd assume something similar to Strahd himself, but
My father was an angelic being. Being both a vampire and an angelic offspring has granted me some benefits, so to say.
I'm curious, how does that work with you yourself being vampiric?
Physically, I am a vampire. But there's
Okay.
also angelic blood running through. It is a conundrum and a paradox,
Sounds it.
but nature always finds a way to balance things.
Hmm.
It is a reason I became a hunter.
Guess from how you introduced yourself earlier, you are, I guess, truly neutral at heart then.
I am indeed. Where there's one evil, there's one good.
I feel that's good to know.
Now, to settle out the imbalance in this companionship, I do wish to aid you. Could you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure thing. Wisdom save. 17.
The words of Elijah speak a truth as you feel compelled to help. Allow him to help you.
Okay. How can you help me?
Close your eyes.
I do so.
Do you speak Celestial?
No.
You hear him mutter a few words in a language unfamiliar to you, as you feel your brazier start to warm.
Okay.
As you feel the sensation pulls into you, you may open them again.
I do so.
May this help you to stay on your feet, not fall into the sway of the dark powers again. Mechanically
thank you.
speaking, you, instead of having to get 3 failed death saves, you need 4 in order to die.
Oh, bro. That's pretty decent. Well, I'm sure I'll appreciate it in the long run of things.
For now, rest up.
Ah,
As I'll get
beforehand.
Okay.
I want to talk
Beforehand.
more. Oh, Brandon, go away. Thank you. I want to talk some more about Marcus as I get out my book and my pen, and that is where I guess we can go into pulling it back. But yeah.
Ew.
What?
Ew.
Ew.
I'm curious if Helen is seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sure.
Okay.
She'll realise eventually. Helen.
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 I mean, she's
Helen.
deaf and she can't hear this, but
Yeah.
she's talking.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Howdy.
Edgar,
I'm asleep.
Howdy.
you're taking out your notes.
Mhm.
What do you wish to ask?
I'm just curious. What, like, the story I know is from Vaken's perspective. It would be nice to hear Marcus's, if you're aware of any such details.
After the companionship of Vaken and Marcus, their friend Giovanni was able to successfully, release the last of the Fanes, binding the land and the power of nature back, to where it belonged after it was stolen by Strahd. They sought out powers with the aid of the Fanes, with the aid of people they came across along the way. They marched upon Castle Ravenloft. In the night before, my mother, Irina, this is something I preferably do not want to share.
Share what you're, I guess, happy to share. I'm
a
not
little
looking
bit
for personal
uncomfortable by what has happened and transpired between my mother and my father in the night before they went into battle with Strahd. If you get my jest.
I understand.
Thank you.
Irina banged Marcus night before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big Strahd fight. Be sure to send that to Alina and Yusuf.
Thank you. Eventually, the following day, they marched upon Castle Ravenloft and confronted Strahd. Him having plenty of undead minions, they fought their way into his throne room, where, ironically, he sank his teeth inside of the neck of my mother, and drained her life out of her. Tossing her body to the side, my father rushed in, dealing a mortal blow to Strahd, though not being successfully in dispatching him. Vaken, in a way, snuck out of the fight to find a tomb where Strahd rested. As the fight went on, Marcus eventually gave part of his angelic self to see if he could, get Giovanni, Arcturus, and my mother back up. Sadly, my mother was gone. So minutes later, she was able to walk again. That was after they were successful in killing Strahd. How that happened, I am unsure. But after they counted their losses, after knowing that their friend Perrin died, as well as some hunter that they met along the way, they saw Vaken reappear, holding a bloody piece of rags wrapped in it, Strahd's head. as he proclaimed himself the new Dark Lord. My father wasn't really focused on that whole conversation. Giovanni took that up. My father was more worried about my mother being able to stand up after being killed. Days later, they found out that she had turned. Hell, 2 months later, they found out that she was with child. And ever since, I carry the name von Zarovich, and am truly blessed by the Morning Lord.
Well, thank you for
If
sharing
you'd like
that
to
detail.
know, my mother and Marcus eventually took up and restored Valaki. After
It's-
they massacred the entire town, they
Yeah.
felt reason to rebuild. Giovanni found his cousins and traveled to Cardicus. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that plane.
I don't believe so.
Cardicus is the plane that is ruled by Harkon Lucas, a wolf were.
We just met someone who followed the bardic law of Harkon Lucas, actually.
Oh. Morning, Valeria.
Peculiar and morning
Oh,
indeed.
sorry. I thought we'd undeafen because we were back.
It is good because your watch are coming up in that case.
Perfect.
That is quite peculiar. I've never heard people actually knowing of him.
Saying that, I believe the name Falcon somewhere in my notes.
Ah. It turned out that Giovanni was an offspring of Harkon Lucas. He had... Well, he started to turn in the companionship, showing wolf-like features at times.
Never mind, I misread it. It was Henrik.
Ah. You're confused with the coffin maker.
Out of character, isn't this who Grimro's family said they followed?
Yes.
And Grimro followed, yeah.
Yes. But it is interesting that there are people who follow Harkon Lucas. He does have some good songs. I do have to give people that.
Can we hear some? Because Grimro couldn't remember any.
There's a lament about forgetting people. It's ironic because that's basically his torment. Every single day he has to re-find his music.
Hmm.
Every single time he comes up with the same, well, song in a way that is about memory and how important memory and family is.
Would you be able to sing it for us?
I am not that good with
That's
my memory.
okay.
Ah, the irony.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrics is one zone. It is difficult for one to successfully reiterate that what needs to be transpired and transcribed within a lament, a song, or a poem.
I understand. Thank you anyway.
Well, we have some quality time to talk ourselves, Valeria. Care for tea.
Ooh, what do you have?
This is a green leaf tea. They grow up north, close to the oasis of Harakir.
Sure, I'll try some. Is it caffeinated?
Yes, it's.
Great. Yes, please.
I shall wish you two a lovely watch as I
Good night.
hunker down for night. Good night.
Didn't see anything then. Didn't see anything.
Nothing of consequence.
All right. Good night.
Valeria, my dear child. Your cup. As he hands you a cup of tea.
Thank you.
A sweet aroma emanates from it as it fills you with the citrus and lemon.
Hmm.
As you taste it, it has a minty taste.
Minty lemon. This is nice. Thank you. Very warming on this cold night.
It is my pleasure. I reckon you have a few questions.
I do, but I also know how valuable some people's secrets are to them. So if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I just talked to someone who basically knew most of my family history.
Edgar does seem to know a lot about this place.
He does.
Not sure why. Do you know if he's from here or why he knows so much?
I don't think that he's from here, but there is something that is off about him. If I were you, I would have a close eye on him.
I'm trying to. We saw his eyes turn like into
You're
stone
not the
for a minute.
first to mention that. Kaim has mentioned it also.
Oh. So we're all wary. Well, that's good to know at least.
Now, I might be a 3-century-year-old vampire that looks like an 18-year-old. I do like my gossip.
Oh. So you're saying tea for tea?
Why do you think I handed you tea? So, what have you heard about these parts yet? Any news?
We have heard that the mists are kind of sentient and can control you. We've heard about Vaken and Shah, but you've set me right on that path. We met someone called Grimro who had family in Dementlu, who were Vistani, and we're hoping that they can tell us how to get home and also perhaps show us what our Tarocca cards mean that we got given.
You've got cards?
Yeah. And I go to get it out.
As you rummage through, you are unable to find it.
Oh, I know I had it. Let me check the bag of holding. I'll look in the bag of holding.
Don't seem to have any cards.
I cast Locate Object on my marionette card.
As you start to sense and search for the location, a shape appears. As you see the spirit of a small child with long black hair, wide hazy eyes, as she points at you.
I turn to look at Elijah. Do you see this?
Oh yes, you have casted a locate object spell. It's currently pointing at you, I suppose.
So it's saying that it's on. I have it.
It's either in your possession or within you.
What do you mean within me?
Sometimes Tarocca cards portray the nature of someone or something that's transpiring within. Do you remember which cards you had?
I had the marionette and the innocent, I think.
So the innocent can stand for a multitude of things. Someone who's been born and grown up within innocence, someone not knowing about the world around them. I don't suppose your past was someone who wasn't really wary of the world around you.
I suppose you've told us a lot, so I can tell you something about me. Yeah, I don't know where I'm from. I don't know my family. I don't know my surname. I was given away to an orphanage when I was a baby. I grew up with Ardero, who's that one sleeping over there. And when I was older, I was sent to work at a circus to earn my keep. And so that's how I learnt to be a bard. So all I've really known is the circus. This is the first time I've been out of it, and it's a very scary world.
So we can link the innocence cards to you. Now, what was the second card?
That was the marionette.
The marionette. Marionette often portrays people who are being pushed around, strung about, people who are controlled.
Yeah, my
Seeing-
old boss wanted to use me as a sacrifice, so I'm assuming that's what that was about.
I reckon it's something more recent. Have you had any say in the things that you as your companionship has done or did?
I suppose I've had some say, but since coming here, for example, no. We've been mercy to the Mist and the boat and the Vistani and the whole plane.
Who within the group is pulling your strings? Who's making the decisions?
Where is your father?
Probably dead.
How is Strahd related to your father?
My father is the reincarnated brother of Strahd.
What does that mean? He was his brother before and he died, or he was brought back?
He died and his soul wasn't bound to this plane before he reincarnated. He was reborn, in a way.
Who is the Nosferatu you want us to kill?
The Nosferatu is not someone anymore. It's something. Something that's on the loose. It only knows how to hunt.
Where is it?
Presumably Clear Shade.
Presumably.
Last I checked, it was heading that way.
And how do we kill it?
With extreme difficulty.
Radiant? I mean, the god of the light, would that help?
The Morning Lord will help us, yes. I tend to think Stake to the Heart is a more dramatic and romanticized way of going, especially for a vampire.
Well, it sounds like you can come back from that if your mother has done it multiple times, so...
A true vampire, yes. Something like a Nosferatu, not so much.
Okay. The person pulling my strings is Ardero. He's a childhood friend, so...
Then the cards are right. You can break one's destiny. You know that, right? These cards do not portray the future.
I'm trying to.
Just keep true to yourself. That's what matters. Careful, Morty.
Sure.
As he pours you another cup.
I drink it, but I don't say anything else.
You notice that he's leaned back. There's no backrest to the place that he's sitting on. He's just comfortably sitting and sipping his tea, looking towards you, not saying anything. and he stands up, places a pouch on the table, and walks off to the edge to watch over into the distance.
I pick up the pouch.
Okay.
What's in it?
There's a coin in it.
Can I take a look at the coin and see if there's any etchings or markings or anything?
The coin has two sides, as most coins do.
No way.
On one, it portrays a woman, but in a position of a puppet, as you notice strings being attached. The other side portrays a woman spreading wings, almost angelic. As the coin itself is just silver, there's a language on both of the sides though. Are you able to speak and read Celestial?
Let me check. No, Sylvan.
Okay, you have no idea what it says.
Okay. I hold the coin and I look over at Elijah to make sure he knows I've seen it. And for the first time in probably months, I think about Lathander instead of Saloon.
You feel the coin radiate.
I cast light on the coin, but for the first time I'm thinking about Lathander.
A yellow streak escapes between your fingers. As all you hear is a slight chuckle from Elijah.
Look away sort of guiltily, and I think about my staff and how I want to help everyone. And I don't know how to do that if I stop following Saloon.
As these thoughts cross your mind, you notice the light in your hand flicker. Even though the light should last, it dims.
I think he's probably right about the internal conflict. And then I am just quiet until the end of my shift.
Eventually, you can see the first light. Yet, in order to gain full rest, you wake up the last person taking watch.
Which is...
I presume it was Cirrus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cirrus, your turn.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go on, go sit with him. He's
Anything
gonna ask you a lot of
exciting?
things.
Oh.
Not really. He just he gave me some tea and then he wanted some gossip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Good
Well,
luck.
get a good rest.
Thanks.
And am I taking a long rest?
Yes, you can.
Yay! Because I
Taking
completely
a long
did a spell slot being a disguise. Cool. Nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna
Good morning.
wander on over a bit cheaper. Just like. So.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
Care for some tea? It's still hot.
Yeah, kind of weird how it's still hot, but I'll take it.
I have my ways. Please, sit down.
Okay.
The tea itself has a citrus aroma with a hint of lemon. And as soon as you taste it, it has a minty taste to it.
Interesting.
Don't question the aroma and the taste. These are certain herbs that you can only find in one area.
All right. Tasty. So it reminds me of home a little bit.
You've got plenty of citrus and limes, lemons.
Yeah. 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 A bit warmer down there than in the temperatures we've become accustomed to recently.
Hopefully not as warm as Harakir. It's quite a desert.
Oh, no, not quite as bad as that.
Presumably with lush flowers and, well, fauna.
Yeah. It's a collection of a lot of islands, jungles. Yeah,
Do you not long
very
for home?
fragrant. I often long for home, but well, can't go back. So
Why not?
first, just out of curiosity, if you're a vampire, what exactly do you eat and drink?
Mainly blood.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was worried about.
I do not hunt people. I
Okay.
tend to nourish myself with the taste of animals. Unless those who do not understand my nature try to attack me. Then I do tend to drink some human blood.
Okay. Makes sense, I suppose. As long as you're not going to eat our blood, that's fine. Good.
No, I am not inclined to do so.
Hmm.
Again, I am neither ally nor foe. As long as I do not
Fair.
harm you, you do not harm me. I think that's the general consensus of a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. It's certainly been my approach for the best of time. People are difficult to rely on, aren't they? You got to rely on yourself.
They often do, yes.
Hmm.
You are certainly skilled in eluding a question. Why
What's
is it you do not want to go home?
Something to do first. And, I mean, this detour is far from ideal. We have far too many detours of late, taking me way off track. And, yeah, though, maybe there's sort of leading to other options, I suppose, which is interesting. But, yeah, this thing, I've got things to do first before I can go home.
Quite understandable. Do consider that going home is never a step backwards. It's always the end goal. You always move forwards.
Sure. But no, I'm not quite ready yet. I mean, I sort of was being forced in that direction recently. And
A forcible return is not preferable, I assume.
no.
And they never are. You'll find your way.
I know.
Now,
Confident of that.
Valeria was talking about these cards that you've gotten.
Hmm.
You remember which one you had?
Oh yeah, it's in my, and I go into my inside pocket of my sort of waistcoat thing. Did I
Not
see it?
there.
Oh. Well, that's a bit weird. I must have.
Let me guess,
I
you've
did
lost
think
it.
I lost something earlier. Yeah, I really thought I lost something earlier, but I really thought. I think if I remember correctly, it was artifact.
Ah. Not a card you see often.
Hmm?
You did say you invent things.
Yeah. Invent, tinker, fix.
In that case, you might want to keep a close eye on some items that currently or recently have made their way inside your companionship. I suggest you build a big enough container. If it isn't clear now, it will be in future. Don't worry about it. As he pours some more tea for himself.
Okay,
Careful, another.
sure.
As he pours you one.
Big enough box.
Sirius, if you keep thinking about it, you might even break your brain.
I mean,
Just
that's
not
likely.
doing that. We might need to have. We might need it in future.
It's done me well. Can come in handy sometimes. That's what I like to think. I like to problem solve. Can't put a problem in front of me like that and I try and fix it.
Not every problem needs to be solved. It's only a problem that you make.
I don't think that's necessarily true. Sure hope we find the Vistani. Desperate need out of this place.
I do hope you'll find a Vistani. Might I let in on some information that I have?
Sure.
There have no Vistani been traveling these roads in weeks.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We were told they had.
There's only one Vistani family that is brave enough to cross Starcourt. They are not allies to Margaret.
Right.
There's a family over in Shimmerest. They made their camp there. They tend to stay there for, well, as long as it takes. Trying to help any, let's call you visitors.
Right. That's great. Fantastic.
Do you have a map of this place?
Mm-hmm. Do I? Actually, do I?
No, you don't have a
Oh.
map.
No, I do not have a map of this place.
Well, I do not need mine.
No.
And
That would be very
he
kind.
takes out a small piece of parchment.
I mean, I not want to say no for some
This
information.
is Darkhold as he unfurls the map.
Mm-hmm.
It is quite large,
Hmm.
as you can see. We're currently here on the mountains, as he points
Yep.
to the mountain road. This is a road that isn't on many maps. Only the Vistani and a few, hunters know about it. So these roads are relatively safe. Unless you run into some minor,
Hmm.
well, creatures. this land has been divided up by the heirs. Margaret rules from out her castle, as he points to Darkhold Castle. He. One of the siblings has, well, rulings over Clearshade, the city that we're currently going, right around here. Then there's one in Embercross, there's one in Emberbrook, and the last one is in Shimmer Rest. Shimmer Rest is also the place where the Vistani are.
Yeah.
There's no way of getting there from here, neither from Clearshade. The only way to cross into it is through Embercross. The dockyard and shipyard will probably grant you passage.
Okay. Nothing like finding out you're way in the wrong direction to make a day start. Love that for this. Okay. Great. Cool.
I have a proposal for you.
Yep.
I'll take you safely to Clearshade, where you can stock up and gain some bearings. I might even be able to get you a horse and a cart. But I might need help fighting this Nosferatu.
I mean, we seem to be eternally out of any other option.
You're welcome to cross back and travel south. Yes, not all information is true information at this place.
Clearly. And where was Grimro going? Where was he trying to get to? Good. Great. And I am, I suppose, having a very quiet meltdown, sitting down, looking at the map, going, well, fuck, for the rest of my watch.
Keep the map. And take this. As he pulls out a small satchel. This is on the table next to you. Well, table on the stump next to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are the herbs I use for the tea. Feel free to keep them.
Thank you.
May it remind you of home and make you longing back to it.
Well, this place seems determined to keep every single way back closed, so that may be of use.
Welcome to the domains of dread.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving it here.
As you notice that he is sitting down with his legs crossed and closes his eyes for a second. Those seconds becomes half an hour. Becomes an hour. Eventually, the sun is hidden behind the clouds as each and every one slowly rises from out of your slumber. You can take a long rest.
Nice.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Everyone feeling well rested?
Yeah.
The usual.
All right. Should we carry on?
Another day, I
Certainly.
guess.
Another day.
We have a long day ahead. And we're close to getting into Clearshade. As he gives you a side glance, Sirius. Have you made up your mind?
I suppose Clearshade it is. Our friend here very kindly informed me last night that there haven't been any Vistani going this direction in weeks.
That can't be true because we know they were here.
How do we know?
What
Constantine
Grimro
told
said?
us.
Constantine?
And Grimro was looking for a family of Vistani, but did he know where they were, or did we just tell him that we thought that we knew where they were and then he joined us? I can't remember.
Constantine, you said.
Yeah,
Lie bastard.
yeah.
Was he the one that set you up to travel to find Vistani?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been playing tricks on you. He tends to do
Yeah.
that.
We fought
We
a
thought-
house for him.
We thought he was our mate.
Give us a boat.
Never trust a Dampi that, well, likes to have fun and does exorcisms for pleasure.
Mm. Yeah.
Have you
What
heard
do you-
he has damned a girl once before, and in the process his soul damned the girl to another place, never to be seen again. So, yeah, don't put your trust in Constantine. It won't end well.
Well, that seems clear.
I
What
doubt we'll ever see him again, and if we do,
Bloody
we'll
hope not.
give him what for.
Hmm.
A girl from his town?
No, just a small girl that was haunted, in a way. This was when he was traveling already.
How do you know him?
I've crossed paths with him once or twice. Most vampires and Dampirs don't go well, but there's a slight rivalry with me and Constantine, so I decided not to kill him.
Well, I'm glad we ran into you then. Or you ran into us, actually.
Hmm.
Yes,
Or both.
you. Well, let's just say that omens work in different ways.
Mhm.
And so far, you are my fortune.
Yeah.
And
So how
he's
many-
mine.
Sorry, what did you say?
I just said, and you mine.
Mm. How many days is it to Clearshade through the mountain pass?
From here, it should be a day and a half. Shouldn't be
Okay.
too long
Then-
now.
Then we can get to Clearshade, where we thought we were going to run into Vistani, and there are no Vistani, and then we're going to have to go further south, Embercross, just to get a boat, take us to Shimmercrest, in the hope that maybe
There are some
every
Vistani.
single person along the way isn't going to deceive us, until eventually we find Vistani.
What do you think our best chance of getting home is, Elijah?
Your best chances of getting home is making allies with the Vistani and Shimmercrest. But seeing that some of you have been pulled by the mists already, it's probably going to be taking out Margaret.
And we have useful information about that.
If we take her artifact or something, she loses powers, right?
We kill her siblings, we weaken her.
That sounds like it will take a long time.
Yeah.
The longest time is mainly the traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing
I
with the
guess we're-
siblings is not that difficult.
We're stuck here though for a while. We thought we were going home in 3 days.
You're never stuck in any domain for just 3 days. Either stuck for life, until you're dead, until you're able to free yourself. Welcome to reality.
You know
Clear
what?
shade then?
I'm feeling good about this.
How are you?
I have purpose.
Oh.
Oh, good for you.
And as you continue, Edgar, as you walk through the mountain pass, on the opposite side, on the edge of the mountain, you see something crawl. 8-legged, with an enormous abdomen, the size of that of a house. So it bears a resemblance to the coloration of a face. As it arches away into a crevice. You lose sight of it.
You know, I believe it was 2 nights ago when I heard an 8-legged creature. I believe, if it is the same one, I'm not sure how common they are in these parts. I've just seen it and I point to where it is.
Yes, she has been eyeing you for quite a while now.
Oh, man. Just so we're aware, thought I'd let everybody else know.
Great.
Just be careful not to fall behind. These creatures tend to change shapes. If you see a woman in distress, just keep moving. There's a woman in distress in front of us. Keep your distance.
They skinwalkers? What are they?
She is not a skinwalker. She is a widow.
Well, then shouldn't we help her?
Not the widow that you think she is.
She's a big spider woman.
Black Widow, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a black widow?
And a spider.
Are
Lead
they
back in
similar to
behaviour.
these red widows?
Yeah, except for the colour.
I'll do it.
Black widows change shape too.
Totally, yeah.
I think she's pulling your arm.
Pulling one of your 8 legs, yeah.
No one's pulling my arm.
Oh, it's a figure of speech. We'll explain.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget that I'm centuries old.
Hmm.
Okay. I didn't know any
Easily
slang either
done.
until I left the circus.
Well then.
I kind of get close to Cirrus. You're acting mighty chipper.
Acting mighty.
Chipper.
Yep. I don't like being trapped like this. I don't like being constrained like this. It does not do me much fun.
Oh, you're not alone, remember that.
Mm-hmm.
See, we've been given a purpose.
I've been given a purpose that keeps us here for significantly longer than any of us would want to be here. That keeps us away from what we need to be doing in our own bloody lives.
And what do you need to be doing?
You know what I need to be doing. It's the same thing you need to be doing. You have a mother in distress. I have a mother in distress. Both of us completely derailed without care.
I know. But with the fall of all these siblings, the fall of Margaret, my home will be avenged. Countless lives that have been lost to this woman will soften no torment.
Wasn't her who took your mum.
And then we can get to that. In the end, my mother was a gentle soul. She would always want to help as many people as possible. Whereas we were too late to help anyone in the world. Not your home, but definitely mine. This is a way to stop this happening again to any other place that this wicked woman would do. And at the end of this chapter, it might lead to more information about my mother's whereabouts. It might even lead to some possibility of you finding something to kill your mother. Time is of
Maybe.
the essence, I know. But sometimes the easy route is not always the best route to go. You trust me, right?
Yeah.
As much as I trust you.
Yeah. You might be right. But there's a quicker way out of here along the way.
Don't worry. If there is, we'll certainly try. Every chance we'll take, no matter what. No
All right.
matter what. As long as I'm with you guys, I will protect you all. I must. Even if it means sacrificing myself.
I don't need to be doing any stupid heroics again. Kind of.
Stupid, yes. Heroic,
Yes.
not so much.
No. Not so much.
We're in this together, remember that. We will always help each other. We need to. We've been together for quite some time now anyway, so you better start getting used to us some way or somehow or another.
Uh-huh. Eventually getting used to the idea of having other people around, yep.
Don't worry, when you get your airship back, you can do as what you wished. Just remember us.
See.
Remember that we will help you.
Well, we only have one way to go. We might as well get on with it.
And I place a hand on his shoulder, and I give him a smile.
Start walking towards the road.
And as you pass Mountain Pass, you eventually pass through mountains, and out in the distance you can see a city taking form. It is not walled, and the only building that seems to be fortified stands on a small hill in the center. Though it's not worthy to be called a castle, it is a walled mansion of sorts, with a large garden. You figure that you're getting close as you take bends in a decline towards the bottom of this hilly road. As you notice it becoming dark again. Elijah turns to you. We can continue on in darkness, though I do not recommend it.
Are we at higher risk?
Let's just say that the creatures of the night come out when, well, the sun goes down. And knowing that a Nosferatu might carouse the city during the night, I'd rather not take our chances. Not when we're all close to being exhausted.
We can bed down and continue the same routine.
I would very much like that. Is any of you going to take watch again?
Same order as before.
I will take first watch again.
Take second.
I'll take third.
Guess everyone looks at Cirrus.
And I'll see you all in the morning. Your bedtime threat.
I mean, Torval and Ardero
They've
haven't.
been quiet.
Yeah, haven't they just?
Oh, they're gone. We didn't wake them up.
Oh no, we just left them behind.
Night falls as each and every one takes a night's rest, the night's watch. Does any of you want to have a conversation with Elijah during the night?
I feel for Edgar it would just be writing down more things, so nothing, I guess, noteworthy. Essentially, it's just random lore.
Nothing noteworthy. But it's
Ah,
not I would just like to try and talk to Lathander a few more times during my shift. That's it.
Okay.
I'm just going to spend most of my shift very much by myself with Rev, doing a bit of tinkering on my bracers, maybe like adjusting the spells, maybe taking the tile out every now and again, just to be like, and yeah, that's me.
And what's Kaim doing during his watch?
He's gonna talk to Elijah about the group.
As everyone beds down, night sets in. As you and Elijah have time for yourself.
It's been a difficult couple of months traveling with these people.
How so?
I do not feel there is a trust, a confidence with one another.
Confidence and respect is often to be earned. If one doesn't give, nor will others. That's not just for you, that is for everyone in the group, obviously.
I know. Before we met you, we were attacked by some drowned undead creatures.
Ah, the drowned ones.
I put my entire party, the entire group at risk, trying to push and also kill the creature.
I see.
Whatever respect, whatever trust I have earned with this group, I've probably lost it twofold.
If you feel that way, why didn't they leave you behind? Yes, you might have purpose. There might also be a hint of friendship.
I get certain levels of friendship with Cirrus. He has been there when no one has, especially in times of a vulnerability in my own spirit.
I see. You have been pushed to the edge.
Like I said, a lot of things have happened these couple of months. A lot has driven me to anger and sadness. I haven't felt much happiness, but with all that's going on, what can you do apart from try and keep everyone at least in hopes of getting out of here, whether it will be the shortest route, whether it's the longest and hardest route.
You have focus. Do you know what their focus is?
I've never really asked that to anyone apart from Cirrus. I'd assumed that Edgar would love to stay here a bit longer to document his time here, like his fascination with Bakken, Strahd. He's helped us in this realm more than the entire team combined. He's had the knowledge, even if it's only from a different subplane of this realm. It's still proven a lot more usefulness than we've ever come up with.
If you talk usefulness, you talk about tools. These are people These are potential friends. He's been able to help.
He's guided us.
And what lets you to guide them? You are not the only one with conflict. Friendship and companionship are two different things. Often they grow together. Sometimes they break. It all comes down to how willing one person is and how much he's able to help another. To look to yourself and see conflict is quality of leadership. But to know what conflict is in others and to act upon that shines the quality of that leadership.
I can help them.
Help them and they might help you. I say that wrong. Help them and they will help you. Serious is a start. The rest will follow.
I think it's time to let go of this hatred that I've been brewing for the past few days.
Hatred is never something to be seen as a lesser form of an emotion. It can be a tool. You have to direct it. In times of need, that hatred, if you direct it well, will help you in the friendships that you have and are building. I do not say to cherish it, to keep it close.
I will do my best.
Which is all we can do. As he places his right hand on your right shoulder. Now, go and take some rest. You'll need it. And again,
Good night.
you are not the only one in conflict. Sleep well.
And I go to wake up Edgar.
Okay. And with that, you bed down. Edgar takes his shift. As time passes, I don't think you wanted to have a private conversation.
No,
Nor-
again, it's just like
Writing down.
chatting about, yeah.
Nor did you, Hannon, and nor did you, Gus. Okay.
No.
Eventually, your watches all pass one by one, being accompanied by Elijah having tea and food. Daybreak is there to start slowly but surely to move towards Clearshade. Eventually, standing outside its city limits,
Mm-hmm.
which is where Elijah turns to you. This is where I am going to say my goodbyes. Please do find me in the tavern when you have to, when you need to. It's the only place I don't need to be invited in.
Oh, I see.
It was a pleasure meeting every single one of you. But I do hope I can count on you in future when I am in need of an ally.
Definitely.
I put my hand out.
He takes your lower arm. Keep focus. As he goes around, places his shoulder on you, Valeria. Same goes for you. Just keep focused.
I cast guidance on him quickly, thinking about the thunder.
He gives you a slight smirk.
I give him a wink.
Cheeky. Sirius,
Hmm.
don't think too much. Sometimes just do. Everything will be alright.
Quite a thing to promise.
It is not a promise I can make.
No.
It's a promise you have to make yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Edgar, strange that you know so much about my family.
Yeah,
I am.
it's sorry about that.
Yeah, you have made me feel uncomfortable. A feeling I haven't had in over a century.
Do apologize?
Yeah. Let's just keep this business related next time. Right. Okay. As he holds out his arm in order to shake yours,
Edgar shakes his arm.
as he squeezes a bit in your bracer. He gives you a stare, just says nothing, just keeps eye contact.
And
Then-
again, I thank you.
Let's go. Right. This is where I take my leave. Thank you so much for, well, walking that path with me.
Thank you for showing us a quicker path.
The pleasure is
For the
all mine.
information.
Let's have tea someday.
Our pleasure.
He gives a slight bow. Elijah from Zarovich takes his leave. As you see him step back, or more like a small spring back as he springs to the rooftop.
President was lucky to have you. Okay, bye.
I've got to learn how to do that at some point.
Mm.
As he hops rooftop to rooftop, you now stand outside of the city limits.
Before we go further into the city, what does everyone want to do? Apart from get out of here as soon as possible. I mean, I think we've clarified that we all want to leave.
Kill the Nosferatu. Kill Margaret's 4 siblings. Kill Margaret. Maybe something about Strahd. Leave.
Do you mean what we want from life?
I don't think he means what we want from life, no.
Okay.
Mm.
I thought we
But
had
you can-
deep convos.
You can say that if you want to.
I mean, it goes either or.
I'm not sure, really. It's a case of just seeing where the world takes me, I think.
I mean, being here must be like a dream come true for you, right? Because you've studied this place.
It's a yes and no, because I know how horrid this place can be. So I'm not overjoyed that we're here, but it's I feel it's comforting knowing that I have some regard as to what's happening or what has happened. So I guess there's that.
We're lucky to have you.
Appreciate
You
it.
always got us to aid you.
Likewise.
Iris,
Valeria.
what's that face for?
Hmm?
What's that
No,
face
you-
for?
He's
Well,
not
you
fond
say,
of
what do I want to
you.
do other than get out of here? And it's like, well, what do I want to do? I want to get out of here.
Well,
There's a
I know.
bloody can.
it will always be a good thing to have you around, even if it's not in the best situations.
I mean, taking down Margaret can only be a good thing, right? And that will affect Darhavia too. And this is the best place to do it, so...
It affects so many things. The cult.
Exactly. It will improve Darhavia, which is what we wanted.
Is it what you wanted, Valyria?
Yeah. That cult ruined everything for me. The reason I'm here now. And my boss
Then-
against me was going to use me as a sacrifice. I mean,
You don't have to worry any longer. You've got us now. And we'll do what it takes to right those wrongs.
I hope so. Come on, Sirius, we'll do this and then we can go back to Darhavia and get your airship back, alright? And there'll be no cult to take it down.
Yep.
They have to take us down first. Whether you like it or not, well, you're stuck with us for now.
I am stuck. That
And
is
plus,
certainly for sure.
it's a bonus that at the end of all of this, we have a fort.
Yes. You have a castle, right?
Or once we're done with whatever we're supposed to be doing, we'll have a fort.
If we get back,
We will get back.
well, we're talking about taking down some overlord of a realm that constantly manages to trick us and deceive us, control us.
Yeah, but we have new information now.
That we
I
have
think-
to murder a bunch of siblings. It's a really good idea.
Yeah. Well, it's better than chasing Vistani that aren't even there.
I know where some Vistani are.
So we're
Yeah.
going in, we're killing this Nosferatu.
We have to talk to old Elijah if he wants our help.
Is that tavern? He did ask for help. To me to
Yeah.
help him.
Does anyone want to go find some other places of interest?
Suppose we could look in some item shops and see if there's any Vistani around.
It's a bad idea.
Good work. Right, just the luck of running into one that can take us right to the rest of them.
Exactly. You never know.
And with that, you make your way towards the tavern within Clear Shade. Which is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you very much.
I hope that next session we have all of us together again. To see
We've been-
what both Torval and Ardero are going to say on what to do.
Yeah. At least they're both well rested.
Oh, very much.
So it's too full, Russ, yeah.
Once again, everyone, thank you so much for being here, watching us have fun. I hope you had fun tonight, as there were some interesting conversations going on. And we'll see where that will lead to next time.
Don't forget to hit up our
Like and
Discord.
subscribe. Okay.
Indeed.
Go to our
Mhm.
YouTube.
Get our YouTube, like and subscribe.
Leave a comment in the comment section.
If you want.
Thanks for being here, Ra.
Thank you.
Some quick schedule information. Next week, we won't have a session. The week after, we will be back with episode 20. With episode
Hey.
20 already.
Milestone.
That's
That's
good.
awesome.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
As well as thank you to Space_Tay for the raid.
Tay.
Later.
Thank you so much, Tay, for the raid. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
And for that, this was certainly a fun session. Stay tuned for the next time. See what happens then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later, nerds.